Hello to you, welcome to Cooking with Bessemer. Nice to have your company once again. We're going to run through some superb recipes for you today and of course introduce you to some lovely cookware. The Bessemer range of cookware that allows you to make an oven right on your stovetop. How about that? You never need to touch your oven again. Probably more poignantly, you never need to clean your oven again. You can just wash your Bessemer cookware and it's as easy as that. Now to help me out on the show today, I'm joined by Teresa. How are you?
Hi David, I'm fine.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Now let's run through your menu for today because you're going to cook 2 or 3 things, aren't you?
Yeah, we're doing a pizza first. We're starting off with a pizza.
On the stove top?
On top of the stove, and this is very impressive because I remember when I went to my first Bessemer demonstration, I saw this, I was very impressed. Cooking a pizza on top of the stove, I didn't know how you could do that. I've always cooked a pizza in an oven. Yeah,
sure.
So this is very different. I'm actually going to start putting it together because it's something that you really need to see how it lifts up and how it starts to cook.
Now for everyone's benefit at home, what else are you going to cook today?
We're doing ricotta pikelets.
Yes.
And we're doing honey soy chicken wings with steamed rice.
Oh, it all sounds too good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All of these recipes are on the website, bessemer.com.au, so please log on and get those recipes, which is just, what a wonderful facility. You know, the recipes we've had right throughout this series are just so valuable, and yet they're all there on the website.
Very quick and easy, and this is the sort of pizza that if you're very busy working and you get home at 6 and you want a pizza at 6:30, you've got one. It's just very, very easy to whip up, and
no one's coming to the door with a lukewarm pizza for you.
No, that's right.
You can do it yourself.
A lot of those takeaway pizzas, they're not very good for you. They've got too much oil and stuff. This has only got a tablespoon of oil in the whole pizza. And the consistency, now this is why it's very impressive to see this, because when we do this at demonstrations, this pizza sells this baking dish.
I bet it does.
It's an absolute something to see. You can't talk about it because you'll never believe how easy it is. And once you've mixed it all up in the pan like this, it kind of looks like it's going to stick in there, but that's the beauty of our non-stick. It's very, very easy.
Now this is one of your most popular items too, this baking dish, isn't it?
Yes, it's one of my favourites. I actually have 2 of these at home because when I cook pizzas, I have to feed quite a lot of people, so I need to. So once you've mixed the flour and the water, we're going to then put some tomato paste or sauce, anything that you like on the top. And you don't have to use tomato, you can use pesto if you like. So you can really make these pizzas. Or peanut
sauce if you wanted to go a little bit sort of sauté.
Yeah, or barbecue or pretty much whatever you like.
Which is the beauty of making your own pizzas, isn't it, really? Let me give you a hand.
Just turn that on.
Yeah.
All right, and we're going to put some cheese over the top.
There we go.
Now, I always think it's nice to put a bit of mozzarella cheese on the top first because that allows everything to stick to your pizza so you don't get toppings coming off.
Sure. You don't want things sliding, do you?
No.
Sorry.
Coming on?
Yeah, it's at on. We're away now.
And you can put some onions. Whatever your family likes, you can stick to pizza toppings.
Well, one of the things I like about making our own pizzas, and we rarely do it because it's a fuss. You know, making the base and then, letting it rise and pounding it down and putting it on a board and heating up your oven and whacking it in. And look, this is just so easy. But the real advantage is you put what you want on it, and more importantly, I think, because I'm always disappointed with bought pizzas, you put as much of stuff on as you want.
That's right. Whenever I used to make pizzas, before I started doing them this way, I used to have flour from one end of the kitchen to the other. Yeah. I used to find them very, very messy, and that's the reason why I never made pizzas.
Exactly.
And I didn't like turning on my oven because that heats up my whole kitchen. So this is all done on top of the stove. That's what your pizza looks like when you mixed it on top of the stove and you put some more cheese on the top.
And then you can go really cheesy if you feel like it. And it depends on your mood too. Like sometimes, don't you want to sit back, put on a movie and get a really cheesy, yucky pizza, slice in your mouth and, rather than sort of feeling healthy. That'd be on a rainy, wet day perhaps.
That's right. And the vent has to be left open with the pizza, otherwise you'll end up with a soggy pizza. That's how our vent is used to dry out moisture in your cooking. Okay. And that sits lovely like that. We'll just put this a little bit higher.
And you just leave it like that? And then you've got your oven?
Yes.
Let's have a look at the oven. It is a unique way of making cookware, isn't it? And I only started to appreciate that recently, that when you think about what other manufacturers do for their cookware, their bases aren't necessarily as thick, because not all manufacturers cast their bases. A lot of these pans are cast by hand as well. But the cast lid, I've never seen anything like a cast lid before.
That's right. And these lids will also go in the oven as well. So you can actually, if you wanted to use this in the oven, you can use on top of the stove or in the oven. And it's a fantastic way to cook, because sometimes you do want to do things on top of the stove and pop it in the oven, and you can do it in the baking dish.
Sure.
So, yeah.
But isn't it amazing that you've almost got two pans in one? Like one pan's upside down, the other pan's right way up, and you're bringing them together to create that oven effect.
That's got a nice high dome lid as well. So if you wanted to put, you know, some chickens in there, you've got the height of the lid to be able to do it in. And they work, this is what I call my pizza maker. Like I always sell it as my pizza maker. And at demonstrations, it really does sell because of the idea of doing the pizza.
Well, everyone loves pizza, don't they?
They sure
being
do.
able to make your own with all of your own toppings and not create that big mess everywhere. You mentioned the, you don't like to heat up your kitchen with the oven, and you know, I guess that's a summertime statement really, but it's so true, isn't it? Once you put your oven on in the kitchen, particularly if it's anywhere near westerly facing toward the afternoon, it just makes your whole home stifling.
And also on top of the stove, you'll find that this pan doesn't heat up like normal pots and pans do. Because of the vitreous enamel on the outside, they retain their heat, so it doesn't heat up your kitchen.
Locks it in, doesn't it?
That's right.
Okay, shall we look at the finished product?
Yeah, we've got a pizza
Alrighty.
here. Do you want me to...
I'll bring it on over
there?
and we'll just swap places with that other one there. Go.
Let's just...
Have a little look at that.
What happens is the pizza just comes off up the side, like it just lifts out. And the best way to serve it is just to... I'll just use your...
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Here,
Now,
and-
don't forget we've got special offers on pieces of Bessemer as well, so please call the number on your screen right now and make those available to yourself. Also, special offers for holding demonstrations in your own home.
And look at that baking dish for cleaning. Doesn't that look fantastic?
That's pretty cool,
That
isn't
just needs a sponge, and that just wipes out. They're just a breeze to clean, honestly. Okay, so that's a pizza. And what I like to do is to chop it up. You just use your Bessemer scissors. And it's got a lovely crisp base. You can actually hear it.
Oh, you can hear that, can't you?
When you're cutting it.
That's fantastic. What a
There you go.
great looking pizza.
Look at that. Bessemer pizza.
Super.
The Bessemer way.
Oh, Teresa, thanks very much. That looks fantastic.
Pleasure.
And we'll be back with
The
ricotta
pikelets. That's
in
right.
just a second.